morning. This morning we're out here on a project. We're going to be doing some forestry mulching from this ice storm and the snow that we had. We're going to make our way over there and I'll show y'all what we've got going on. Figured I'd stop and say hey to the moo cows real quick. What y'all doing this morning? Okay, what we've got going on today, if you can see out there on the wood line, we've got a lot of trees down. We're going to get all those mulched up and we're going to raise up as high as we can to keep them from hitting their heads when they bush hog this pasture. So we're going to come through here and start cutting this up. I'll set the camera up. Good one hung up this morning. Me and my dad was trying to get it unstuck out of here. It was wedged in good. We was using the sawzall and the breaker bar, chisels, trying to get it out. Spent about an hour probably trying to get it out. It's one of the worst ones we've ever had. Sometimes you'll get some of these big logs, they'll get jammed up in it, and you spend half the day trying to get it all out. You get into the big logs, this drum will slow down. You have to stop and wait a second for the hydraulics to build it back up to speed. Start mulching again. Right now we're running about 2,100 RPMs on this cutter. I could probably crank it up just a little more, but this seems to be doing all right at this speed. No matter what RPMs you've got it on, you've got to still back up. You just pull up, get on top of the log, let it down, start grinding. Back up across the top of it, let us do its thing. Big ones, they take a few times, a few passes running over it. Just like that. Let it get back up to speed. See right there. If you notice that, that's why this is so dangerous. A lot of times you'll have a cage on it. Luckily right then that glass didn't break. That'd hit me right in the face if it did. You always want to keep the back end down. You don't want to keep the front end on the ground and the back end raised up. If you do, that'll happen right there every time. So you want to try to keep it close to the ground on the back end as you can, but still dragging the front. Right here, this is dangerous work if you're not careful. You want to make sure nobody's ever around you, and never get out of this machine while that drum's still spinning. It's not worth losing your life over it. You make sure you go home every day. That's the goal. Make it home. Surprised that didn't bust this window. That'll put us down for the day. It's too early to be down for the day. Property we're working on right now, my great-great-grandparents, this would have been theirs as well. They had a little bit over 300 acres at one time, and this tract that we're sitting on right now was part of it. Well, put a little scar on that tree. Be more careful. You don't want to damage the trees that you're not taking down. Sometimes it's hard to get in there to get some of the sticks and stuff that you need to get. Like that one, we can't get it. It's sitting in that little groove. So we'll just leave him be. And back up in there, we can't get it either. The trees are too tight. Not more so worried about way up in there. They just want this edge cleaned up, and when they bush hog, they don't want it bumping their heads. Go ahead and knock this down a little bit. You gotta be careful cutting way up in the air like that. Knock them down, and then we'll grind them up. Alright, well let me keep chipping away at this and get some of it done. Okay, we're making a little progress out here. We got just a little bit more to go. Cleaning this up. I still got to go up in there a little bit. Keep on trucking on. Right there's the gate, so we just got to get to there. It's beautiful out here though. I'm in this lower pasture. If I was in the upper one, you could really see the mountains. Someone's burning out here. It's pretty smoky. Keep seeing ashes flying around. gonna be a wrap for this one. I appreciate y'all for sticking around, especially the ones who made it to the end. I'll be sure to see y'all on the next one.